Hey, what's up, guys? Node Investor here. Quick update on the market before we get going, but I'm going to talk a couple of smaller altcoins today. We're going to be looking at Stratis, we're going to look at Waves, DigiByte, PIVX, and Ubiq. So there's a couple of newer names off the beaten path, some younger projects. But first, let's take a look at these markets. Bitcoin, $2,323. I'm going to look at Bitcoin too. Remember I mentioned that 2,300 zone. I mentioned it in the newsletter I sent out yesterday. That's a key area we need to get above this week. Ethereum, $224. Dash, $140. Looking strong again. Very volatile, but coming back. Litecoin, $26. Monero, $41. Ripple, $26. We may have found 26 cents, excuse me. Got everybody all excited. 26 cents. We may have found a bottom. We'll look at that one if we got some time. Ethereum Classic, 1673. PIVX, $1.56. Zcash, $2.32. Let's see here. NEM, 20 cents. Lumens, 3.5 cents. So let's get to it. So first one we want to look at is Bitcoin. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. This is not Bitcoin, guys. This is Ripple. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at the GDAX on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin on the GDAX. So this is the 4-hour chart. So in the newsletter I sent out yesterday, I noticed this 2300 area seems to be a little bit area of resistance for Bitcoin here. So we draw a line here. You can see it on the charts. Had the low down around 1900 or so, but bouncing up. Moving averages are catching up a little bit here. If we look on the daily charts, you can see the moving averages here catching up a little bit. But that 2300 area needs to close above that if we want to see another move up to the upside. Let me go back to the 4-hour chart here. So it tried, looked like it was going to earlier today, keeps coming back in, but it's right there. So something to keep an eye on, guys. It's also forming this little bit of a wedge right here. So Bitcoin's not looking bad, still hasn't recovered and bounced as high as some of these other ones. I mean, if you look at Ethereum, we were at all-time highs again yesterday. So Ethereum super strong. Bitcoin kind of consolidating down here, so definitely worth keeping an eye on right here. If we see Bitcoin this week bounce above this 2300 area and start moving up, that's going to be a positive sign. Otherwise, we may see a retest to the downside. So keep an eye on Bitcoin. You know what, before we move into the smaller ones, let's look at Ripple, because I know a lot of folks are watching Ripple right now. Let's just search for it here, XRP. Ripple, let's look at the dollar Ripple. So I mentioned yesterday Ripple was still in that downtrend. You can see it here. Kind of had formed this this little bit of a down slope. Was trying to bounce, trying to get above it. I said until we break that, really nothing to do. One positive was this couple of tests here at the bottom. So you can see this little area is found some support there, and you know this actually goes all the way back to the prior consolidation, which is a good sign. So when you see that, that's a good positive sign there. It's going back to where this prior consolidation was before it moved up. So right now Ripple looks like it wants to move to the upside. Volume's coming in a little bit. It's looking good. If this little uptrend holds, this down slope may have been broken. It's coinciding with these multiple bottoms down here around the 18, 19 cent area. So Ripple back to 25 cents. If you're looking at Ripple and you liked Ripple and you missed it up here and you're just watching it go up, this may be an opportunity to buy. I would just keep an eye on it, because what'll likely happen is it'll bounce up here, and then it may want to come back down and test this one more time before heading up. So keep an eye on it. Definitely a stop point would be around this 18, 19 cents. If it breaks that, you may see another leg down. But right now, Ripple's looking pretty good. I like the action I'm seeing on Ripple, looking pretty good on the volume. So there you go. If you guys like Ripple, we may be heading back up. At the very least, it looks like Ripple may have found a pretty good low here around the 19 cent area. So let's get to it. Stratis. So let's see what Stratis is looking like. Had this really strong move to the upside. We look at that's Stellar, sorry, Stratis on the BTC. Look at that. I mean, just really strong. Has had a very strong couple of days. Finding a little bit of a top here. Maybe it'll finally consolidate a little bit. This is Stratis versus the BTC, so some volume definitely came in here, looking like it wants to rest a little bit. Not a bad thing considering the move it had. If you look at the dailies, pretty much been going straight up for a long time. So this was a big move up yesterday. Don't know how much further it'll pull in. I mean, you can see it down to maybe 18, 19,000 Satoshi before heading back up. This moving average seems to be holding right now, so that's where I'd be looking at it on this one. If you like Stratis and you've missed this initial breakout here, maybe a little bit pullback would be an opportunity to get in. But Stratis, a little extended here, but I like that fact that it's pulling in a little bit. Keep an eye on it. You don't want to see it pull back too sharply. But Stratis, not too bad right now. Waves is one that caught my attention here. So Waves is a newer one. It's a platform. Let me see if we can find Waves. I know they're on the Bittrex. Waves. So another one that's looking really strong. Looks like it wants to break out here today. Big consolidation on Waves here recently for the last day or so, but looking strong today, breaking out a little bit. Let's look at Waves on the coin market cap, see where it's at. So Waves is number 14, just shy of $3, and $3 really on the US dollar is that breakout point. So if we go to the chart here, see a little bit here. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. So you can see recent price action here. See where it's kind of been bumping up this $3 area, consolidated. Really setting up nicely here. Looks like it wants to bust out above $3. If it does, that's a pretty good breakout on Waves. Against BTC though, Waves has been very strong, so didn't see much of a pullback in this recent downturn. It did on the dollar, but versus BTC, definitely holding up. So keep an eye on Waves, guys. Waves is looking nice and strong right here. DigiByte. So some of you guys have asked me about what do I think about DigiByte. You know, the short story is Digitbyte looks strong technically, feels a little hype-ish, I guess is the way to say it. So a lot of hype on the social media about Digitbyte. You know, you don't see a lot of other projects saying so much like that unless it's just trying to pump it up. But that being said, technically Digitbyte's not looking bad here. So we'll zoom in a little bit and let's get the hourly. So this is the 4-hour chart. So you can see this prior high around, let's call it 900, 1,000, almost 1,000. It's more like 900 Satoshi is the prior high. And it's kind of just forming this little saucer shape here. Not really a cup and handle almost, but pulling back here and putting in a little mini handle right here. You can see it forming. That's pretty good. I like that. The volume on the breakout up here was pretty strong. Very nice to see that volume on the pullback. Not a lot of volume came in. Found some multiple lows here around 400 or 500 Satoshi. Moving averages are moving back up. You had that big move up here. So Digitbyte's looking like it wants to break out here. This is against the BTC. So I'd be keeping an eye on Digitbyte again. This has had a strong move. It's a very young project as far as some of these exchanges go. So just keep an eye on it. It's already had a huge move up, but it's looking like it wants to move up here a little bit. Let's check it out on the coin market cap, see where Digitbyte currently stands. So Digitbyte is sitting at, let me find it here, number 24, $143 million market cap. And so that translates to just under 2 cents per Digitbyte. So big quantity supply there. Let's zoom in a little bit in the recent time frame. So if we look at Digitbyte, you can see, you know, this old just under 2 cent mark is looking like the breakout point here. Again, put in a little handle. If it goes above 2 cents, you're going to probably see another big leg up. So keep an eye on Digitbyte. One eye I'm watching. I am not owning Digitbyte just yet, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. Looks really good technically. Let's look at PIVX. So we'll look at PIVX versus the BTC here. So if we look at PIVX on the Bittrex, See what we're looking at here. Very volatile as of late. So you had the big move up a couple days back, pulled in a little bit, and then now bouncing up, pulling in a little bit. So it looks like a low has finally been found on PIVX. It had this long, slow grind. I'll show you the dollar chart right now, but nice move up, wanting to go back up. Again, PIVX all-time high is just above $2. It's sitting at, what, $1.50 or so right now. Let's look at PIVX on Coinbase, on the coin market cap here. PIVX at number 35, $1.54. So PIVX is very volatile, guys. It's been all over the place here recently, bouncing around. But if you look at PIVX here, and zoom out a little bit, so you can see the prior highs just above $2. Had the big run up. I mean, back in March, PIVX was 6 cents, right? So has had a huge run up. There was a lot of hype going into this first move. Took quite a time to get consolidated. It was $1 here, another $1.20 there, bounced around $1 here, $1 here. I took a little entry point around 95 here, but during the big sell-off, it went down below that, almost to 70 some cents. So I had gotten out of it by then, but then I had the big pop to $1.50, came back on my radar, went right back down to high 90s and shot back up to 180 or so. So very volatile, but keep an eye on PIVX. Looks like it wants to start moving up again. It found a couple of good bottoms here. Again, on the BTC, looking good in the short term. Just keep an eye on this shorter trend right here. I would think this moving average needs to hold right now and see it start moving back up. But PIVX looks like it wants to move again. A break above $2 on PIVX, and you'll probably see another leg up. One more. Let's look at Ubiq, small one, tiny market cap, UBQ. So let me look at that. But look at this. So nice breakout today versus the BTC. Ubiq looking very strong. Volume coming in. I'm liking the way this looks. If we go to coin market cap, let's see where Ubiq is. I know it's down the list quite a ways. Here we go. Oh, where did I miss it? I know we saw it. There it is. $32 million market cap, right about 86 cents right now. Up nicely today. If you look at the dollar, zoom in a little bit on this here. But look at that that nice move up. So Ubiq has had quite the move up here recently. Looking nice. Kind of caught my radar when I was pulling this flag pattern in. Broke out here today on that. Let me zoom in a little bit more for you guys. But this high here around 70, 67, 70 cents or so. Put in this flag and then just wanting to start moving up here, edging up slowly, pulling back a little bit. So Ubiq is looking pretty good. Check out the project. This is another platform, smart contract. A lot of these recent ones are that nature. So just check out the project again. Do your research on these, especially these smaller ones, right? These under $100 million projects. Definitely look into them. Technically speaking, Ubiq is very strong right here. So looking good. That's going to be it for today then. Another couple of ones that I mentioned in the newsletter to keep an eye on. Zcash, looking like it wants to move out again today. Dash, bouncing up nicely. Sia Coin, didn't cover that, but I guess we'll take a look at Sia real quick, right? We're already here. Let's see what Sia Coin. So versus BTC, pulling in a little bit right now. Not looking too strong, so wouldn't do anything with Sia Coin right now. But that's going to be it, guys. I did finally release the new course, so if you're interested in that, that's the Cryptocurrency 101 course. That's out now for purchase. This is for those that are brand new to this space, not sure what a wallet is, how to buy Bitcoin, where to buy Bitcoin, how to use an exchange or that sort of thing. I'm working furiously on completing this technical analysis course, so that's coming soon. Put in a lot of work there for you guys, so I'm hoping to be done in the next week or so. I'll keep you guys posted on any markets updates. Keep an eye on Bitcoin and Ripple. Until next time, take care.